Welcome people of the World Wide Web. So Cypher Sigma Toys here, and it's a little video on a Sunday. I know it's a bit outside of the usual schedule that I do. I try to keep everything in practice. So I try to keep the toys and stuff that I have picked up or delivered onto Tuesdays now, just to keep it. And if I obviously get a few, then I'll combine them. I was waiting for something. It was supposed to be delivered from Amazon. It was the final figure of a collection that I am doing. So there will be the full series of these figures in the coming weeks on a Friday. So look out for that video. But I'm sitting at home. I think it's like a Tuesday night, or is it Wednesday? It was Wednesday. Obviously the Amazon. If you've ever used Amazon, you get prompts and say when it's delivered. And I got a prompt saying no, been handed over, and I'm sitting there in my living room with my wife and my dog and like going, nothing's been delivered, no knock on the door. Then about 2 minutes later I get a knock on the door. There's an Amazon delivery driver. Go, oh really sorry, I threw it over next door's phones because I couldn't see a number on it. Like, our houses aren't, our garages are attached, but the houses aren't attached. You know, they've got a front door with a number on it, I've got a front door with it, I don't have no idea. So he threw it over there, he went, oh, I've left a note for your neighbour, they should come and drop it off. I was like, what do you expect me to do with that? So obviously, check out, the neighbours have gone away, or the neighbours were out, didn't come back until the next day, and then it decided to chuck it down in the morning. So obviously, my first possible chance, I went next door, knocked on, and like, oh yeah, got a parcel with something, comes in this, and then it's this. As you can see how wrinkled it is, it got quite wet. Now, I could complain, the bloke, my missus was like, the bloke was very apologetic. I don't know what state this is in. So, to be honest, I'm not an inbox collector, so I'm not going to complain for that because it's not who I am. So, for people know, this is Presto. So as you can see, the card is it's in a flimsy bag anyway. So anybody who watched this cartoon from the 80s, it was a set of kids who go to a kind of fantasy world and they get given powers. There was 2 waves. So you had Venger and Dungeon Master in the first one, then you had Eric, Bobby and Diana in the first one, and then Sheila, Presto and Hank was in the first one, Eric was in the second one. As you'll know, in a previous video from Game, I managed to pick these 2 figures up a little bit cheaper. This guy was £22, but he is the last figure and completes the set. So we're going to open him up because I don't keep the figures and I don't keep the boxes or anything for this. So these are kind of the packaging. If you click open there. Little instruction. So first we have in one little baggie. I believe that's everything. We have hair for Presto. We have his hat, so he can take his hat off because he used to take it off and cast spells. So all of these Dungeons and Dragons figures come with a die. So there's a little different shaped ones. They just go into a box, and then you have 2 effects. You have this one, so as you will see there is a piece there, so if I'll show you, yeah, so there you go. So it looks like he's conjuring something out of his hat. Quite stiff, so I'll give him props at that. And then obviously the same with the little effect. There we go. So it can look like he's, or if you want to, as his hair is there, you can add it to his hair. So the little cardboard container goes away. And this is the figure. So I won't move this figure too much around. If anybody knows, there were quite a lot of issues with the first figures in the line. The limbs and all that are quite susceptible to breaking and snapping off because they are very, very thin joints. always advise, if you have any of these figures like I will go and probably heat him up, move him around so I can pose him, and then he will go on the shelf and probably stay there. So as you can see, he has kind of his robe that can be split apart, and you can see legs, no butterfly joints or anything. So he can move the ankles, he can move the knees, not like with this cape you won't really have to do. Obviously he can move his shoulders, joints at the elbows, and then obviously it's one set of hands. So yeah, it's not too bad. I'm being very careful because I've seen so many people break them. I fortunately haven't. And then his head, which feels like a ball joint, so it's all right. So obviously he comes with normal hair, I think, without breaking him. Hopefully I can get the hair off. Okay. It is coming very, very slightly. Okay, so he's kind of got a really funny shape thing for his head. So you can add this hair on, and this is the problem. When I make funny, I don't know why I didn't make like a little peg system. Again, this could be one of those times where heating it up would help. There we go. So, and there he has his hat on. So I'm not gonna, so I mean, with his hands, you can kind of have him making a spell, but I kind of like him like this. Yeah, I'm being very, very careful. I mean, to be honest, he feels better than what the other ones. I mean, some of the earlier ones, like Diana, she has so skinny arms, and Bobby, and it's just like, it's so easy to break. And to be honest, so many people did without heating it up. It just is one of those issues. Right, but that is him. So did anybody watch the series? Does anybody have any of these figures? I've seen a lot of people trying to get rid of them. I enjoy them. It's a full set for this, so it's a good reminder. I did watch this back in the day. I've been Cypher Sigma Toys. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Pardon me. And I shall definitely see you in the next one.